My name is Teresa Gutierrez. I am a technical specialist of the Employment Intensive Investment Unit at the Employment Policy Department. The aim of this unit is to create jobs with using labor as a main asset. The topic of South-South and triangular cooperation is really important to enhance the strength of local communities, governments, civil society in the South, to make sure that their voice is heard, their capabilities are important, and to become a means of negotiation in some global arena. But at the same time, it is also a means to show that economic resources are important, but are not only the most important. When we talk about sustainable development and the three main objectives, which are economic, social, and environmental, each of them is related very strongly. And when we talk also about decent job, which is the kind of work we are creating, which are those strengths or capabilities that are we developing in these local people, youth, whichever it is the youth and the target population. In the case of the program I am referring, most of the interventions are related to employment creation, skills development, and organizational and entrepreneurial settings, so they can develop by themselves. I'm going to explain two cases of South-South triangular cooperation, among those that we have. One of them is related to MDG project we had in Latin America, mainly related to water and sanitation. That target population were indigenous and dispersed rural communities. It was a challenge for the CTAs to mainstream the gender approach, but also to tackle with this cultural environment. So means of collaboration, how we could exchange experiences and how we could create an enable environment for those populations was a challenge, and we decided to establish a system of pasantías, exchange, because each of the projects were in different levels of implementation. I am referring to Paraguay, where the main target population were Guarani, the Mbia in Panama, and Misquitos in Nicaragua. It is different to approach these local indigenous peoples because each one has its own cosmovision, approach, but at the same time they have a rich experience, they have a rich knowledge about their local resources, they have a very strong community ties. So this process of negotiations, skills development, social dialogue with the authorities, it happened within these three different countries in different levels, and this was excellent and successful South-South triangular cooperation example of how social dialogue, job creation, and the respect of local resources for just transition was developed. The other example I want to show you is related to the experience that is taking place since 1990 in Africa region. The employment intensive program is nearly 40 years in the ILO. Is one of the oldest programs that creates employment opportunities by combining the use of local labor and the use of equipment. For doing this, a technical mechanism which is related on research has been established with the academia and with a series of technical institutions that have been established in different countries in Africa. In 1919, the first regional seminar took place in Tanzania for practitioners of labor-intensive work. It was a space to bring policymakers, planners, researchers, funding and development partners, all of them involved in infrastructure development around the world, to discuss, evaluate, and exchange ideas, knowledge, and experience in terms of policy, practices, and technologies with high potential of employment work. So this is the basis of this program, which in these different educational areas are each year there is an area of innovation. Along these different, along the years, the time has passed since 1919, we are currently in the 17th edition of these regional seminars. But the most important thing is that at the beginning it had the economic support of different donors. But in the end, each of the countries has taken the lead of organizing and putting resources and mobilizing also all their technical cadres, all the policy makers, and each of these events is also a momentum for discussion within these ministries of infrastructure. And in the context of South-South and triangular cooperation, it is a clear model of inter-regional exchange. For instance, between the Anglophone countries with the Francophone countries, also between the universities. I can mention the technical training institutions, where they are in these moments developing a series of researches related to new technologies to make sure that new solutions for paving roads, for instance, are friendly with the environment. They are not affecting the emissions of carbon, and at the same time having proved that public works for climate change adaptation has a very important percentage of labor, how these works can be developed in a way that they can create at the same time quality of jobs and at the same time to respect the environment, but the content of the practices and technologies are at the same time responding to the challenges that new technologies are reaching us, no? And also related to energy, solar energy, and the other researches. These two cases show that there is a really important strength in terms of political will, like in the case of these governments, that they assume this challenge, or the authorities of water in the southern South America case. There is also a richness related to the organization, local organizations, local knowledge, and at the same time there are local solutions for local problems, but at the same time they can be exported to the open world.